Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play back in FortressCraft Evolved. Let's see. Last episode I was kind of tired when I was recording it. That didn't come through. And I was starting to make a bunch of kind of silly mistakes. You know how when you're tired, things just don't seem to work? Well, that's what was happening. So I did play on between episodes and got some things done, but we've got a lot to do. Let's take a look at our threat rating. And we will see. We were at just about 20,000, and I think it's kind of staying there now. So we're kind of at the maximum. And we still keep getting pounded. As we've scaled up the factory, the attacks have increased. But now we should be in a place where we have some hope of catching up. It's not the end of the world. We've got, we've been defeated. Let's see, does it even say? It's not showing. But we've done defeated like 76 times or something. I'm not too concerned with that. I'm kind of balancing the fortress design that I wanted to go with the objectives of the game. So it's kind of pursuing dual objectives here, understanding that we're not going to have the optimal approach for defeating the enemy. Anyway, let's see where we're at with the missiles. These are the infused. This guy's got 32 in a hopper, and then we've got a logistics hopper here. That's holding 2. Those are for infused, and then our regular missiles are over here. I changed this hopper to be a logistics one just so this one doesn't fill up and this one gets starved out. So what do we got going here? We've got only one basic missile on this whole corner as a new attack is coming. So that is clearly a problem. What do we got over here? We've got 7 infused, and we've got no basic missiles. We may have a problem. That seems like unusually low, especially right before attack. So we may have a bottleneck somewhere. We'll go check that out. This guy has 80 infused for some reason. Not sure why they're not launching more often. And this one, yeah, has 2. That makes sense. Are these guys lacking power or anything? No. Missile loaded, searching for targets. Targets. Searching for targets. Yeah, I'm not sure why this particular corner has so many. Alright, what do we got going on here in the last corner? We've got 18 infused and 0 basics. Yeah, there's definitely an issue with basic missiles. Let's go down and see if we can figure out what the issue is with their basic missiles. Check the belts. These are our missile belts. You can tell because they hang down the lowest here of all the belts. Yeah, that looks like maybe an infused and a Stinger missile there at the bottom. We got more Stinger missiles coming through. You can see them coming. I made some changes to our missile factories. We'll take a look and I'll show you what I did. At least to one of the factories I did. Oh, yeah, there's one traveling in the middle. That might be the basics. I'm going to just trace this back and just make sure we don't have bottlenecks. It looks like this set of belts is fine. I don't see things backed up. And we'll just drop through the floor over here towards the factories. Here we go. Okay, this is where things are coming through. Nothing clogged up. I don't see a bunch of basic missiles. In fact, there's one right now coming through. Okay, here's our factories. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. There's obviously a shortage of something. I don't think it's fuel. Yeah, there's our fuel. We got a bunch. Oh, you know what it is? What it could be is fuel. Although this looks full. I was having issues with infused coal not coming through. We do only have one assembler, and we may just not be able to keep up with how many missiles we're actually firing off. So these are all queued up to be infused. And here's one of the changes I made. I added, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pyrothermic Generators. And I'm just beaming power down onto these missile infusers. It's still insufficient power. You can look at the bottom left, showing it wants 512 power per second. And we're just hovering, I don't know, somewhere between 100 and 150 it looks like, or 160. That's insufficient. I just don't have a good way to get more power. Now I could lift these infusers up a bit, or I could have put one of those power plates down. I forget what they're called, inductor panels or something, and then set the missiles infusers on top of that as a way to transmit power. As it stands now, I've got basically 3 Pyrothermic Generators powering each missile infuser. And then over here, I did make a change with the Stinger missiles. We had a situation where, in order to slap a Stinger on here, it doesn't take hardly any time. But the infused missiles were kind of the bottleneck. It was taking forever to get an infused missile out of this line. And so that was limiting how many Stinger missiles we had. So basically, I just put a priority splitter here off of the output of these 2 missile infusers. So now, if there's room to put a Stinger on, and we've got a Stinger available, missiles from here, here, and this 3rd infuser, all 3, are going to go and get a Stinger placed on them before they those missiles go out. If this ever backs up, and I don't know that it ever will, then these missiles would just go out as infused. And then I've got 2, basically in this factory, only 2 missile infusers that are sending straight out to the turrets. And then any overload from the infuser stations here, because it is kind of slow, those just go out as basic missiles. And I believe we do need these for enemies that have lower hit points. Because the imbued and the armor piercing, I believe they will not fire unless they can do the full damage on an enemy. So if an enemy's got 100,000 hit points and an infused missile is going to fire off 450,000 hit points, then it will not shoot because it doesn't want to waste its firepower. That's how I understand it to be. Anyway, this is our first factory. This is the only one we've got doing Stingers, and we've got more than enough armor-piercing missiles. I don't think we need to worry about that. And then here's our first missile factory. All right, let's go back in there real quick. I didn't see any bottlenecks, right? We had fuel going to the both missile crafting stations. Let's see. Is this guy's got 57 empty missiles, so that's not a bottleneck. So we might just be waiting on the missile fueler. There's tons of fuel in here. That's no longer an issue, which is good. And we've got plenty of these empty missiles. So everything looks to be working here. And these belts have the resource they need. Infused coal is backed up and fuel is backed up. So that factory looks kind of maximized. For the design, obviously you could make a more optimal design. But for the design it has, it's working at full capacity. Yep, not gonna let me through here, huh? Alright, let's take a look at this one. Okay, fuel looks good. As far as the infused coal, that's all full. Rocket fuel is full. Missiles are full. So it's just, you know, the slowness of production and the fact that I've only got one thing making missiles. What do we want to do about that? Over here, yeah, we'll give that some thought. Over here on the infusing stations, it looks like I've got 6 infusing stations. There's no armor-piercing missiles or stingers being put into this factory. I think I've got enough of those. And these guys could probably use some more Pyrothermic Generators throwing power down. We could do that fairly easily. Let's see. Do we want to do that and get these things infusing? I don't have the what are these? Mark II energy transmitters on me, so I'm going to hold off. I'm actually mostly concerned about not having enough regular missiles, believe it or not. I think what we need to do here, I think we're actually going to need to set up yet another missile factory. And we'll probably do it behind these two, just for organizing's sake. And it looks like I've got a huge ore deposit that's going to be in my way. Got a bunch of ore. Look at all this ore that's in my way. Oh, boy. And some of this stuff. So we won't do this episode, but I can start clearing some of this out. let's, for this episode, yeah, we're not going to work on that. I got a bunch of ore to clear here. And I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that by hand, but like I said, I'm not going to do it here. What I will do, though, is maybe set up some work floor excavators here real quick. I've got everything I need on hand to do that. Let's do it. Let's do it kind of quick. We need... Let's do that. We'll just set up a couple. Boom. And at least we can clear the non-ore stuff. I should... You know what I could do? I could get the workflow excavators that clear ore now. I have not tried to use those. I've been kind of a miser when it comes to saving the ore. We could do that. Let's do that some other time. It would take a bunch of time to go fetch new workflow excavators, and I might not have the parts to craft them, so I'm not going to bother. Maybe between episodes or something. That. And then we want one there, and one there. Then transmit power up. Not you. You. That. Take out these extras that I put there just so I could build against them. Pyrothermic generator and storage container. Oink. And use coal. And then this one we can just move forward. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I got a lot more energy than I did the last episode. I apologize if that episode was a little on the slow side. Hopefully we can get some more done. We've got a bunch of kind of menial tasks to do, to do though. A lot of scaling up stuff to do. We will get another missile factory going. I know we're going to need it. All right, that's that for this project. We'll let that go for now. Oink. Other things we can do. Let's go over to the quarry. I'll show you kind of what I was working on over there. Boink. Can I get to that? Yeah. Let's go to the quarry because this thing was backed up. And I had been looking forward to the quarry for such a long time, and we are not maximizing it in the least. I'm looking for the word quarry here. There it is. Boom. All right, here is our quarry. It's doing some digging, but it's not that far for how many hours this thing's been operational. It's not very far. And the reason it's not very far is this big coal deposit caused everything to back up. So basically, oh man, can't tell you. Oh man, can't tell you how many times I've fallen in that hole. Oh, embarrassing. Not a big deal. Go back to the quarry. We'll heal up. We'll probably stay near the surface so we can automatically recharge. Okay, back to the quarry. And we'll keep our eye on the floor here. Should put down those tiles. Caution tiles. Alright. So what I was going to try and show you before I fell down that mining shaft was our coal belt is totally backed up, and that's because I've got just more coal being fed into this belt kind of downstream, and so this coal was never getting a chance to exit out. Okay, so that's clear now. So what I did is I put a hopper here and a filter to take out everything but coal. So everything, if this takes out the coal, then everything that's not coal will come through, because we're still going to get rock and get other deposits. There's some copper down there. So that'll still filter through as normal. This particular belt won't be used for the time being, just because we're saturated. Don't fall down the hole. And so basically I'm setting this up to I set up another infusing station. And then I set up some storage for infused coal. Basically, I just needed a place to put it. Get rid of this stuff. This coal. We can make use of it later. I know we're going to need it. And where we might need it, we head out. Let's go up a level to 2400. So basically, all this is to say that our quarry is now back operational. It's not blocked up. Let's go up a level. Boom. And I'll show you where we might end up using that coal. So there's our quarry. That's the kind of the mining drill floating there, beaming resources that it's mining over to, I don't know, a hopper that and the stuff gets sent down. But I started clearing out the area up here. And I think we're going to need lots and lots of rocket fuel or jet fuel once we start using turbines, and hopefully we can get to those soon. But I found that we have two huge hive mines over here. Hives, or not overmines. Hive mines that we could farm. We could set up a huge hive mine farm. Now there's two distinct hive mines here. We could blow up one of them. I was going to try and wall each one of them off, but they're kind of overlapping a little bit. So my current plan is I think I'm going to build a hive mind farm around both of these guys. If you look at the hotbar, you can see the little arrow floating around on top. Our base is that way, so that's the way they're going to want to, or the hub is this way. So that's the direction these things are going to want to grow once we start agitating them. So I started kind of clearing this out, and I'm figuring we can use this coal. We can use that coal deposit I'm looking at right now. The coal that our quarry is bringing up. There's just all these random coal deposits over here that we can tap into and power a hive mind out a hive mind farm out this way, and then increase our fuel production. There's even a coal deposit down here and some back there. There's just a bunch of coal in the area. So I've got that starting to be enriched and infused, but that's a project for later, I think. I got it kind of started. Like I said, I was pretty tired, and it's pretty mindless to just clear out a bunch of this stuff. Threw a bunch of workflow excavators down. I've got more to do, and then I was kind of thinking the wall might come out this way for this side and go along in this direction. And we'll put tons of ablators and things. And then we'll put our output port somewhere out here. Don't know. We could go really high with this thing too. We'll just see. It's a project that's kind of in its early phases. And again, look at all this coal we can tap into and use to power that hive mind farm. Tons all over the place over here for some reason. All right, let's see. Let's teleport somewhere. I think I see our teleporter there in the distance. That's not it. Signs in the way. Boom. Let's go to... Boy, there's a few things we could do. Let's go take a look at our existing hive mind farm. We've got some work to do to scale this thing up. Here's all our infused coal stations. I think in a previous episode we noted that we've got... What? This guy's starved out. Let's go solve that problem. I was going to say we've got surplus capacity. Let's see who's feeding this one. We've got hive minds here we can farm as well. We could set up farms for. All right, where are we coming from here? Okay, this is strange. Yeah, what happened here? This belt's not doing anything unless it's bringing it up from down below. I don't think it is, no. Oh. Yeah, we got a splitter here. Okay, here's just a belt got broken. I must have been deleting things or something. All right, that one's fixed. And these drills, I believe, yeah, I've got imbued cutting heads here. Plasma cutter heads. Tons of them. So we're kind of maximizing this deposit. Let's see, how much is left? 1 million. Yeah, that'll last a good long time. All right. We got all this resin here we got to clear out at some point. Not going to worry about that right this minute. That'll kick that one back on. It should catch up. Yeah, that's hurting our fuel production, but we saw when we went to the missile factories, they're loaded with fuel. It's not an issue. In fact, I've got a bunch of coal on, infused coal on me here on the hotbar. Let's, I'm going to fill some of these up, the ones I can see at least. Just give this a little kickstart. The other line should be pretty saturated. All right, this is the wall we need to finish scaling up. It's got its own infused coal supply. This looks pretty good. Be backing up a little. I should mention that where I've had bottlenecks with the hoppers, you know, every time I use a hopper to split belts and things, it's slowed down the entire belt. So folks in the comments have been giving me some pretty good suggestions. I've kind of thrown some more belts, trying to maximize more of the sides or leverage more sides of the hopper that we can output. Like for here, I'm pulling out from this top of the hopper there, and then here, which is literally like the side of the hopper since the hopper is sideways. So that's increasing the throughput out of that hopper. Now we could put motorized conveyors and everything, but then I gotta route power. And I just don't know of a way to do that where it's going to look decent and not convoluted. Now, this doesn't look fantastic either. So we'll see. We may switch over to using the transport tubes as well. That's kind of on the list at some point to get to that. Yeah, so we get an infusing station here. We need to ramp all this up. So let's get on it. Oh, the other thing we need is this particular refiner is getting backed up. You can see all this refined liquid resin is backing up, so we need to extend this out to have two, just like these. It'll barely need two, just barely, but one is not enough. I'm going to grab this excess and just dump it in here. You can see the second one isn't getting used a whole lot, but does look like it's needed, otherwise things are going to back up. Just dump off the rest of this so it's not taking up space in my inventory. Boom. Alright. So we need a refiner. I might have one over here. I thought I slapped a hopper down in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there it is, to stick out like a sore thumb, with some ablators and things. Let's see what this thing's got. Do you have a refiner? Liquefier, 2 ablators, and a refiner. Let's take those. In fact, I only need 1. Shift drag. Put 1 back in. Oh, I'm shift dragging. It's not doing it. Okay, boom. Shift. Right, I see. Like that. Just 1. And let's put another one down. Let's see how we did it before. We just belt over 2 into a hopper. Might not have solar panels, we'll have to see. Belt. Hopper. That goes there. Then it looks like we've got a hopper on the side. This has to be remove only. Hopper sticking out. That can be add only. I don't know that it matters. Belt down. And then let's see. That guy's got 4 solar. I don't think we need 4. I think we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that what we've been going with? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3 on that one. Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 looks like it's enough. But I'm gonna borrow one off of here. Let me try and do this similar. Okay, off of the hopper. We don't need one in this hopper right here. Borrow that guy. Boom. Then let's see how many I've got on me. Do I need the power storage block? Probably don't. But I'm going to do it just to be consistent with what we've been doing. Block here. Block here. Alright, let's find the solar panels. I got 3, just enough. Need to make more of these. 1, 2, 3. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, this one is up and running. Wants 128 power per second. It's getting just about that. Could probably take power off of these, you know? Because I've got kind of surplus hoppers here, or surplus refiners. That thing is empty, right? I wonder if I took power off of both of those. What if I did that? Would they both stay busy longer and I could make use of these solar panels somewhere else? We'll run an experiment on that in the middle and we'll just see if these get leveraged better. This is going to slow down. Still getting 128 power per second. Same thing here, but it may be just sucking that out of the power storage block. Yeah, this one's starting to dip. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to let that run and we'll see. Maybe we can make more efficient use of these solar panels. All right, that is that. We want to create these stocks. This one I think is done. You just can't see it. Yeah, it's just not rendering, but that is completed. And then this one, do we have stuff behind there? We do. And you can see the resin is just right up to the walls. And this guy needs a refiner too. We haven't set that up, did we? We have not. Let's do that as well. How do we want to route the refined resin? Do we just want to come across the top here? Don't think we're going to scale up this resin farm any further, so I don't think we're going to add another refiner. So we could probably hop belts right here. Let's do it. Just get on it. We got stuff to do. In fact, I could stay right on top. Maybe that's a cleaner look, actually. Boom. Down. Not there. One more in. So yeah, let's go grab that refiner. Turns out we do need it. And I can grab these two since we're going to be working in this area. And I can pull that hopper up. Boink. Oops, that's a liquefier. That's the refiner. We've been doing this style with the power storage blocks. I may come and harvest these things off too after doing some more experiments because it looks like we obviously, I think we don't need all that solar. Okay, this one's getting a lot less power, right? Looks like, I'm looking at the bottom left, it's going from about 82 to what? 82 to 100? So this one's going to slow down, so hopefully this one will kick in, right? Because this one's being underutilized. And if they only need 2 solar panels, then we'll redesign all of this. Harvest the solar panels, get rid of these power storage blocks, and just put 2 solar panels next to the refiner. I think that's going to be plenty. fact, that might be how we start out this one. Let's try that. Okay, first, let's get all this going. This is remove only. Copper coming off of you. We can make that add only, though it doesn't matter, I don't think. Belt down. Belt here. Boink. Boink. This belt's probably going to continue on through, actually. Something like that. And let's put... How do we want to do the solar panels? Do I now have 2 left? Do. 1 there and 1 here. And then this is going to be a belt to the next one. We are going to have another refiner. So we'll have to buy one of those or craft one of those up when we get to the hub. We could go above and behind. I'm just not sure what's going to look best. Let's try that real quick. Behind it, maybe.
Your base is under attack.
That might be a little better looking. All right, is this thing doing its thing? It is. It's refining resins. Power's low. That's fine. You're going to get a second one. And we've got enough to do the thing up top here. Let's just get on it. Like I said, that first column is all the way down, all the way up to the top, so we don't have to worry about that. Boom. Boom. Hopper here, right? Remember what I'm doing. F. The bladers on the side. Blader. Liquefier in the middle. Boom. And then Pyrothermic Generators. Make them look like the one next door. And then hoppers. Boink, boink. Boink, boink. I can give these guys some infused coal to get started. And then we need to, let's see. The wall comes out here. Like 3 blocks. Then belt's coming out. That. Boom, this one goes down. That one goes down. I think that's it. I think that's almost it. We just got to bring the infused coal up. Boom. And we got to run a supply belt for that. Where does that fit? Right underneath. Right underneath this one. We're going to get rid of these belts because they're in our way. We'll do those last. It's going to make it hard to navigate through here. Okay, that was me center clicking and not getting what I wanted. Okay, infused coal is going to come through here. We need to get a new supply of infused coal for this line. And we go up here. And then this guy turns to the side. That's our infused coal. I don't think that this one will will sustain both of these. Don't think so. We'll need to get some coal going for that. Let's take a look. Hey, there's some coal right there. This isn't going to do. 2 blocks is not going to be useful to us, so I'm just going to delete all that out. I'm going to move this work floor excavator. Boom. Need some place to put this guy. Alright, that guy will do his job. Move this one. There's a couple of coal deposits right here we could start with. Let me move this one. I know I could do a coal ping and find things the easy way, but where's the fun? Where's the fun in that? That would be the quickest way to find coal, right? Just get a coal or ping. But I don't use those too much. Is that reaching? Looks like it is. Kind of curious about these 2 deposits. Right here might be do us pretty good to get started. Oof, that's pretty tiny. That's pretty tiny too. That's something poking up over here. Yeah, these are not huge deposits. Just kind of looking around. Maybe we'll move this guy too. Uncover more resources for us. Boom, boom, boom. There's some coal going to central location. Let's look over here. There's a big coal deposit here. I'm just curious if I'm using the drill bits here to extend this thing. Let's see how much is left. This was huge at one point, but it's been mining for a long time. 468,000 left. Let's see. The efficiency on these is what? 10%. Yeah, these kind of, I should probably put cutting heads on these 2 guys. Is there a way I could do that easy? It's a little snug. There's the... Okay, there's infused coal coming in to power this. I don't have a way of getting hoppers next to these guys very easily that aren't sitting right next to a belt or another hopper. So it'd be hard to get cutter heads on there. We could do it, but I don't see an easy solution. I got some infused coal I guess I'm trying to get rid of here. Or enriched coal, I should say. Guess we'll leave that for now. We could set up some more excavating. Let's make sure this has a good supply. Fuel. This is our work floor excavator network. Just kind of trolling around here looking for coal. A good coal deposit. I've got kind of an issue with how I'm handling coal throughout the whole fortress. The belts are too slow. to handle what I've got set up. Now everything's working. In fact, I'll harvest some infused coal here just to replace some of that stuff I've been using. Everything's kind of working, but it's at capacity. If I tap into more infused coal from here, see these belts that are feeding all our defenses,
You have been defeated.
I will end up starving out the belts all over the place. The factories will stop getting coal. It's just it's a problem. Got a bunch of deposits of coal over here. We could tap into and route. Let's just scan some of these. Again, this is just for the hive mind. 14,000. There's just a bunch of like little nuisance deposits here. These aren't great. So yeah, so we need kind of to rethink it. One thing I'm thinking of doing, we've got a bunch of laser turrets up on the surface, right? Tons of them and a bunch of power storage blocks for our laser turret defense. The lasers are, not super duper useful to us right now. At threat level 20,000. So I'm thinking of actually taking those back a ton, getting the bigger power storage blocks, the huge ones that store like hundreds of thousands of energy, throwing high capacity solar panels on top of there, and then reworking our turret defense and maybe having less dependence on coal for it. We look at this guy, the little one. Yeah, 63. These are all kind of small deposits. What we're going to have to do is just sink our teeth in and start chewing these deposits up and to feed the hive mind farm. We may, as we explore, run into a bigger deposit, but for now we're going to have to use what we've got. So yeah, between episodes, let me go get some equipment. I may even tap into some of these coal deposits because it's a little tedious. And then maybe next episode we'll build another infusing wall. At some point I've been thinking of branching off the excess here and putting it in storage, just so we keep these things running at maximum capacity and have a little buffer here for our hive mind farm. We could always get creative and put solar panels, but the way these are vertically stacked, it's not so great for everything having access to the sun, right? It's like the bottom level solar panel would have to be here, then you go up a level. But this one, the solar panel could go in one, and then you go up a level, it could go in one, if that makes sense. But every solar panel needs a direct path to the sky. So trying to power all these things that are vertically stacked on top of each other with solar power is a little challenging. But it would be nice because we wouldn't have to run so much coal. In fact, we could easily do it at the top. That would save us, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, at least 9 pyrothermic generators right there, chewing up coal. And another 9 over here. If we just put solar at the very top of the stack there, that would save us a little bit of coal. And basically throughput. It's not the coal deposits that are the problem, it's just the throughput on the belts. All right, enough of my babbling. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'll do a little bit between episodes, like I said, to get ready for setting up another coal infusing station or wall. And then I may get some ablators and liquefiers so we can work this center column, maybe even that one too. We'll see if I've got the ingredients I need to get all the ablators and liquefiers. And refiners, actually, right? We're gonna need 4 more refiners. Make that 1, 2, 3 more refiners. All right, that's it for now. I will see you all in the next episode. Special thanks to Glidercat patrons and channel members as only. I really appreciate your support of the channel. It's what allows this content to be posted. Thank you very much. I'll see you all in the next one.